So today in New Zealand we have had our first ever IKEA store open here in Auckland, and it's really made me think about what that means for the city, for the country, for the world. Um, IKEA is obviously very popular worldwide, and until now, New Zealanders, I believe, have had to order things online, but now we've got this huge store and warehouse here, and um, there were warnings about traffic jams and, you know, choose a different way because it's just going to be so busy. And it just made me think how sad it is, really, that so many people are overly excited by this store and consuming the goods that they produce. Um, a lot of what they produce is storage, so cabinets, cupboards, bookshelves, boxes. Obviously, they do a whole range of things, but it's really just, I think a lot of people have been sort of raised to have the mindset of just more. And over the last, 10 or so years, I've been fighting against that by trying to be minimalist and just seeing how many people are so just consumed by this store is crazy. I've been looking on their website, and that's why I kind of was like, whoa, I really want to talk about this, because some of their products are really cool, they look great, but they are flat pack, a lot of the items, and they claim to be quite good quality, but I don't know, it just seems a little cheap, similar to stores that we already have here that you can buy flat pack furniture from and things. So not sure about the whole thing, but the main thing that I've been thinking is that with a minimalist mindset, rather than buying all this furniture and all this storage for your stuff, get rid of your stuff. Because if you're spending so much time finding things to hide all of your crap in, how beneficial is any of this stuff to you anyway? If you need all these storage baskets and units and, oh my gosh, it's endless. And while I do understand people want the items that they have in their home to look really nice and modern, and that very Swedish aesthetic is in at the moment, you can also achieve that by getting rid of a lot of stuff, because overconsumption is not going to make your space look good, even if you're hiding it in a random piece of furniture. But yeah, I personally feel the most content when my space is clear of clutter, and I know that's the same for a lot of people, but I believe that buying a cupboard to put all your stuff in doesn't have the same effect. You still know it's there, even if it's hidden from your mind. At that point, you still know that it's actually there. So why not just get rid of the stuff in the first place and save your money buying all this cabinetry? I agree, there are some things that can be really beneficial, drawer organizers and space saving tools. I'm not saying that IKEA as a whole is bad. As one of the minimalists said, They have the podcast that's been going for years. The problem is not consuming, it's consumerism. So we can consume, we can buy things that we want or need, but just slow it down, you know? In 5 years' time, what's the fate of all of these items from IKEA? Are they going to last? Are they going to go the distance? I sure hope so, because then what? They just all end up in our landfills? I hope that people that buy them take care of them and, yeah, make them last. Yeah, just some thoughts for the afternoon. In saying that, I really want to go and try some meatballs at IKEA, so I'll probably end up going there anyway. But it's more just for the spectacle of it, just to people watch and see how everyone behaves there. I have been to an IKEA when I went to Adelaide a few years ago, and it wasn't super busy, but I feel like that's just because it has been there for a while. This one's just popped up, so it's probably madness. But how urgent is it to go and get this stuff, you know? If you have to rush out the day that it opens to fill your car with all these things, like, I just feel like that's sort of, it just shows where your priorities are, and you know, it just shows that you might value consuming and spending over other things that could be more useful. Yeah, I get it. It's not buying clothes, it's not buying jewellery and makeup, but it's still consuming and filling your house with more things. You know, what if you stopped buying so many clothes? You might not need to buy all that space-saving equipment for your cupboard, or, you know, all the baskets. And what if you cut down on your makeup or your jewellery? You wouldn't have to buy all the little trinket boxes and display cases and units, and yeah. And I guess with the lead up to Christmas, it's really made me think about consuming and things, because this is the first year in probably over 10 years that I haven't been working in retail, and it's good for my brain, because I don't want to support that industry. I haven't wanted to support it for a long time, but a girl's got to eat and pay rent, so yeah. But just the way that people spend, especially at this time of year, is crazy. The feeling of obligation to buy all these new things, it's just such a systemic thing that people think they have to do. And yeah, yes. Just cut down on your spending, you know, look for second-hand items. You can buy really nice quality wooden furniture if you just know where to look. You can buy, obviously, second-hand clothing, second-hand books. Go to a little, what do they call them, like community library that is on the side of the street. There's so many of those around here. There's probably heaps all over the world. You know, just reuse what you've got. Learn to appreciate what you've got rather than feeling like you have to have new. Yeah, just be satisfied. And I would assume a lot of people that are watching this video are privileged to some degree. You might not be rich, you might not even be middle class, but you know, you still have things around you that other people would be incredibly grateful for. So yeah, just think about that. That's all. Bye.